Made it to the gym. Wish me luck. Back from the gym. Had a lovely gym session, sauna, cycled home. Now I'm having a nice cup of coffee, doing a bit of knitting on the sofa and watching the Knitting Traditions podcast before I start work. I should be editing yesterday's video, but that's a problem for later. I just really need a little bit of a decompress before I start work. I always need it, so I get up so early to get to the gym so I can have at least half an hour before I start work to just relax, so it doesn't feel like you get up and you go to work and then you've lost your day, especially now that it's dark when I finish work. So I'm gonna get some knitting done and then start work. It has been a busy day. Oh, let me shut this laptop off because the fan is making all the noises. So I know everyone really enjoyed the baking and cooking section and us getting a bit silly in the kitchen yesterday, and that's the kind of content I want to provide you. And I went into today thinking about that, like how do I show the like real silly moments, you know, catch the candid bits rather than just talking at you like a normal podcast. And I failed, in case you hadn't seen all the other footage. Today has been non-stop. I got up at 5:30, I was in the gym for 6, I went to the gym, sauna, steam room, etc. Came back, luckily Rob had taken Mash for a walk whilst I was gone, because he can't train yet. We usually go to the gym together in the morning but train separately. Then I did a little bit of knitting and had a coffee before I started work, and then I was in back-to-back meetings until lunch, took Mash on a quick walk, back-to-back meetings again, finished work, Rob, love him, took Mash out again, and I finished editing yesterday's video super late, and then I've got my Anya Pat scarf in testing at the moment. Let me show you. This beautiful one is in testing at the moment. Oh, that does not look good with the glasses. That's in testing at the moment, and so I was responding to all my messages, and I'm using Google Docs to track the changes this time, and it's paying off wonderfully, rather than sending out multiple versions. But I was responding to things on there. Quickly scoffed some pancake instead of dinner, and now I've got a long list of stupid chores to do. Like okay, don't judge me, but Mash gets slow cooked chicken instead of dog food. I used to give her dog food, and then my friend told me she slow cooked all her food for her dogs. Mash then got an upset tummy and I gave her chicken, and she went crazy for it, obviously. And I started looking into it, and it's actually not any more expensive. In fact, it's probably a little bit cheaper than the dog food I was buying her anyway. And I've been doing it for like maybe 2 months now. She looks so good, like her coat's so silky and shiny, and she's so healthy, and she's like a really good shape, if that makes sense for a dog. So I'm just going to keep doing that for her. So I've slow cooked a whole chicken, but it means I have to pull the meat off the bones. You may or may not already know I'm a vegetarian. This makes me feel physically sick. I like gag the whole time, and the smell of the chicken cooking in the house. I should probably get Rob to do it because he is not vegetarian, but yeah. The two things that I choose to love in this world are meat eaters, and I have to get past that. But it works, we make it work. I have no judgment for people that eat meat. I just choose not to myself. but having to prepare it makes me feel sick. But anyway, I've still got to pick all the chicken off the bones, which is a disgusting job, and I need to clean up the kitchen. Rob and I were going to spend some time together this evening. I don't know if that's going to happen because it's already like basically 7 o'clock and I want to be in bed. Oh, because I'm so tired from getting up early. And I want to do a bit more knitting. I really wanted to catch more of the football, but that's definitely not going to happen. So what I thought, actually, do you know what? I'm really cold. I'm going to put this on. I have the most random outfit on. So I'm wearing my Birch pullover by Andrea Mowry with a green, actually it doesn't look that bad, a green little like pleated Tennessee kilty skirt that I love, and I wore my new black boots when we went out. It was all the colours with a brown jacket, that jacket. Style is not something that's happening in the last few days, or generally with me, I guess. But yes, I promise these are gonna get some more interesting Christmassy activities. This week, Monday to Thursday, crazy busy with work. I've got my reviews for my team, all of that's just taking so long and so much energy. Friday, road trip. So we're going away for Rob's mum's birthday. We're going to Whitby. Rob and I are driving up separately, and then we're staying with them for 3 days in like an Airbnb. I have been thinking about that. I think I'm going to film all weekend, but I'm not going to upload on Friday and Saturday. Or Saturday, no, I'm going to upload on Friday, I won't upload on Saturday and Sunday, but I might make some extra content for you. I really want to make a video on how to style your Christmas knits, and maybe like my favourite films and music and food and stuff at Christmas. And then on Monday, I'll do a condensed version of the weekend, because I don't want to be having to do editing and things whilst we're having that little trip. And then we get back and I'm seeing a friend that week, going out for Christmas cocktails, which will be nice in London, so I can show you a bit of footage in London. What else? I've got my list over there. Rob and I have got an evening in London that week. I'm taking my mum to the hairdressers for her birthday. Following week's my mum's birthday. I'm going to Harry Potter World. I'm seeing my cousin that I haven't seen in ages. Rob and I are having our own Christmas before we go home, and then there's some home footage coming for you. So there is stuff coming. For now, this is my reality. This is my day to day. So I'm going to show you how much knitting I've got done today so far, which is quite a lot, which is great because I've been in calls. I was on calls 9 till 12, had a 2-hour gap, and then I was on calls 2 till past 5. So I've been really, really busy. One of our directors put a call in my diary for 8:30 tomorrow, and I declined. I was like, I'm not working outside of hours, work is mental enough at the moment. So there's that. I can deal with the repercussions of that tomorrow. I don't care. But right, we have been working on the sleeves. So 2 sleeves. That is where I picked up stitches yesterday afternoon. I think I got to about there yesterday, and then this is what I've managed to do on the calls, and I've been doing the 2 sleeves at the same time, which is amazing because when I bind off I'll have 2 sleeves done, not 1. Amazing. So I've got 1 more set 12-row repeat with the decreases, then I'll have a measure and see how much I've got left. Because it's a dropped shoulder, not a dropped sleeve like I was saying yesterday, the sleeve technically should be shorter than if it started at my shoulder, not that it's for me. However, I'm looking at the shape of this, and compared to I need to check my gauge. I never checked my gauge, which is my fault. Compared to her, the designer's version, it looks like it literally comes down here. And looking at this, I mean, it's for someone smaller than me, but it doesn't look like it's going to, so I don't know whether to overcompensate and make the sleeves longer or just go with what the pattern recommends, and worst case I add length later. I don't know. I'm going to try it on. If it's like, I'll try it on because it still is positive ease on me, it's just a small amount. And if it's like almost as long as my arms, we'll leave it. But if it's like way off, I might add a couple of inches or an inch. But yeah, there's that. So my plan is, today is it Monday? I think it is. Today is Monday. So if I get those sleeves done by Wednesday, then do the neckline, that is one thing ticked off again. Then I'm going to set up the sleeves on the green version, but not knit them. That's what's coming with me at the weekend, because that's just straight stockinettes. Once it's set up, I don't need to worry about it. In the meantime, I'm going to cast on my Anya scarf, this one for my mum, in a lovely charcoal grey. And then when I get back, I'll focus on finishing this and doing Rob's sleeve. As long as I keep up what I did today, it's doable. The arm pain is getting better. It is getting better. But I do think I need to be careful. The 5mm needles are helping. This is on 5.5, which is fine. The only thing I'm concerned about is Rob's jumper. It's also on 5mm, but I've got them on those really small circumference, just like so I can keep going around on the one sleeve. And it's a knit purl switch back and forth stitch pattern, so that one might throw me off. Maybe I'll have to jump back and forth with that and my mum's scarf. But it feels doable. It's the 5th. It's a stretch, but it's not impossible. That's how I'm feeling right now. Watch tomorrow, I'll jump on and be like, I can't do it. But it's fine. Right, you want to see my advent for this week. Okay. Day number 4. Right, I think this is a new picture actually. They were done in sets of 4s. Oh, sorry, I mean day 5. They're done in sets of 4s. We finished the first 4. Here is number 5. This might be my favourite one so far. It is beautiful. I think it's definitely gonna fade. Get a bit closer. Oh, look at all those colours. That is absolutely stunning. I love that. She is, it's Pigment and Ply, my advent by the way, is a bloody genius. That is absolutely, I'm so excited for this scarf that I'm going to be able to wrap that I'm going to make in January. Be a good thing to get me through Jan. Although I don't really mind Jan. It's a fresh start and everything, isn't it? Right, so I've showed you my knitting, spoken about what we're doing for the rest of the month, I've shown you my advent. I think I'm just going to get on and do my boring household chores, and hopefully I'll have a bit more content for you with whatever I end up doing. Otherwise we'll try and make the rest of the week a bit more fun. Tomorrow I should have a little bit more time, my diary's not as solid. I think what I'll do is I'll show you what I've got for my parents for Christmas, because they definitely don't watch this. They're not that old, but they're not super techie. I'll show you what I've got them so far, and I'll talk about what else I want to get for their stockings. And if you guys have any ideas, you can let me know. Yeah, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. As well as, you know, my general, very interesting, not dry chit chat. Yes, well, have a wonderful evening, my loves. I think I've got a bit doolally. Watching the football, and this little darling, yes, this little darling just climbed into my lap, and it just makes me so happy. It's so cozy and cuddly mesh. It's all nestled in. It's just so nice. I love it. Just watching the Brazil-Korea game. 4-0 to Brazil in the first half. Very exciting. Way too exciting for us, Mash, huh? We ready for bed? Are you sleepy? She said I was sleepy, baby. Sleepy, baby. I'm just trying to get the last of the decreases done on this jumper before I go